All right, my name is Chris Bunnell, the Scoutmaster of Troop 7023. I'd like to welcome everyone and thank you for coming. This is a special day for two very special scouts. The rank of Eagle is no easy feat. Less than 5% of the scouts will earn Eagle. Most Scoutmasters get scouts for just a couple of years. I have had the honor to be both of these scout leaders for the last 8 years. One scout is my son, one scout is my honorary son. Again, thank you for joining Chance and Jordan tonight for their special day. Please hold your tears until after the ceremony. Without further ado, I present to you our Master of Ceremonies for tonight's event, Mr. Kent Hales.
Good evening. I would like to introduce our honored guest, Mayor John McPeak. After the flag, thank you for attending tonight. Thank you. I would like to call forth Journey front and center.
Color guard, attention. Audience, please rise. Audience, hand salute. Color guard, forward march. Color guard, halt. Color guard, post to colors. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Scout signs. On my honor,
I will do my best to do my duty, to guard my country, to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, keeping myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
a
Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
2. Color guard, about face. Color guard, forward march. Color guard, halt. Audience, you may not be seated. Color guard, you are dismissed.
At this time, I would like to call on Honor Guard to please escort Life Scout Chance Lampley and Jordan Spinell to the stage. Honor Guard, about face. Honor Guard, return to post. I would now, at this point, like to call upon Brian Roberts to ask God's blessing upon the ceremony.
Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you with gratitude for the tremendous accomplishment of becoming Eagle Scouts. Today we honor Chance Lampley and George Burnell for years of effort and commitment. We are grateful for the guidance and support received from parents, scout leaders, and you, God. We ask that you continue to be a guiding light and bless them through their next steps of their journey. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Thank you, Brian. I would now like to present Rachel Willis, Scout Coordinator for Troop 7023, to open this court of honor.
I now declare this court of honor in session. Today, we have the honor and pleasure of recognizing 2 candidates for the award of Eagle Rank. This is an important and serious matter. In full awareness of the challenge of these times, the parents and leaders of the candidates have labored long and faithfully to develop them to be alert and to participate in citizenship through the scouting program. Their efforts culminate tonight in the presentation of the Eagle Scout badge. The success of these efforts will become evident in the way these Eagle Scouts will set their social pattern for all the lives they may touch. Democracy is a fresh conquest for each generation.
Thank you, Rachel. When a young person becomes a Boy Scout, there should be instilled in them that which we call the spirit of scouting. This candle symbolizes that spirit because the spirit of scouting embodies the fine principles of the Scout Oath and the Scout Law, which becomes a shining beacon of inspiration. Alone, this light may seem feeble, but when multiplied by the millions of youth in scouting, it can become a very powerful beacon indeed. After a young person has entered scouting, the Scout Law that they have promised to obey is put into effect on occasions as they demand. And so, one by one, the symbols that stand for the parts of the Scout Law are lit. There are 12 parts, all important and all meaningful. Each is an important cornerstone. Excuse this is going to make a bunch of noise. Hold on. Okay. Each is an important cornerstone in the building of strong character, like Augie to come forward. You got it, buddy? Right. A scout is
Trustworthy. Tell the truth and keep promises. People can depend on you. Loyal.
Hold on a second, buddy. I knew this was going to happen. My goal here is to just not catch anything on fire. A scout is
Loyal. So that you care about your family, friends, scout leaders, school, and country.
If Shane would come forward, please. A scout is
Helpful. Volunteer to help others without expecting a reward.
a scout is
Friendly. Be a friend to everyone, even people who are very different from you.
If Connor would please come forward. A scout is
Courteous. Be polite to everyone and always use good manners.
a scout is
Kind. Treat others as you want to be treated. Never harm or kill any living thing without good reason.
if Teddy would please come forward.
A scout is.
Obedient. Follow the rules of your family, school, and pack or troop. Obey the laws of your community and country.
A scout is.
Cheerful. Look for the bright side of life. Cheerfully do tasks that come your way. Try to help others be happy.
Skyline, please come forward. A scout is.
Thrifty. Work to pay your own way. Try not to be wasteful. Use time, food, supplies, and natural resources wisely.
A scout is.
Brave. Face difficult situations even when you feel afraid. Do what you think is right despite what others might be doing or saying.
If Lucille would please come forward. A scout is.
Clean. Keep your body and mind fit. Help keep your home and community clean.
A scout is.
Reverend. Be faithful in your religious beliefs and duties. Respect the beliefs of others.
And finally, in the 3 points of the Scout Oath, which we have heard at the opening of the ceremony, a scout promises on his honor to do his best and to do his duty. This first candle here represents God and his country. The second candle is to others by helping other people at all times. And this third candle is to himself by keeping himself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Now, you can now see how the light from this spirit of scouting grows and becomes stronger. These, in outline, are the basic ideas of scouting to which each Boy Scout subscribes when he becomes a Boy Scout. It is therefore right and proper that we make a careful review of the qualifications of these candidates in order that all may understand the completeness of our review. Multiple scouts will report on the candidates' qualifications to first class. If Judah would please come forward.
Our candidates earned Scout by understanding and promising to live by the Scout Oath and Law. They learned the Scout motto, slogan, salute, and handshake, and understood the significance of the Scout badge. They also took part in a personal growth agreement with their Scoutmaster.
If Brantley would please come forward.
As Scout, our kids were active in their troop and patrol for at least 2 months. They repeated from memory of the Scout oaths and law and demonstrated how they practiced them in everyday life. They went on overnight campouts, learned knots and basic first aid, and participated in a 30-day fitness program, among other things. After a Scout Master Conference and Troop Leader Board of Review, they became a 10th Scout.
If Brian would please come forward.
As tenderfoot, our candidates were active for at least 2 months. As tenderfoot scouts, they went on at least 5 troop activities, 2 being campouts. Some other requirements were fire and compass training, swimming requirements, and a flag ceremony. They then had a Scoutmaster Conference and a Troop Leaders Board of Review to become second class Scout.
Yeah. If Andrew would please come forward.
For at least 2 months as second-class scouts, our candidates were active in their troop and patrols and showed scout spirit. They went on at least 10 troop activities, 6 being outdoors and 3 being campouts. Some other requirements were not lashings, advanced swimming, and at least 3 service hours. They then had a Scoutmaster conference and a troop leaders board of review to become first-class scouts.
If Annabelle would please come forward.
As first-class scouts for at least 4 months, our candidates were active and showed scout spirit in their troop and patrols. They earned 5 more merit badges, 3 of which are from the required list, and did service projects of at least 6 hours. They also served for 4 months or more in the troop leadership positions, and after a Scoutmaster conference and a troop leader board of review, they became Star Scouts.
Will Drew Van Sant please come forward?
Continuing along the scouting trail, our candidates were active as Star Scouts for at least 6 months. They showed scout spirit and leadership. They earned 5 more merit badges, 3 of which were from the required list for Eagle. After doing service projects for at least 6 hours and having a Scoutmaster conference and troop leaders board of review, they became Life Scouts.
Will our honor guard please escort the candidates' parents to the stage? Finally, we'd like to welcome Jason Spinell.
To attain the highest rank in scouting, our candidates must be active in their troop and the patrols for at least 6 months, showing scout spirit and leadership. They earned 10 merit badges for a total of 10 more merit badges for a total of 21, 12 of which were on the required list. They planned, developed, and gave leadership to a service project which was helpful to their community. They passed a troop and district board of review. Now the rest of this is off script, so you just be prepared. So tonight we have learned that a scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. We've also seen around the room what it is to start out as a Cub Scout from a lion, tiger, wolf, bear, weeblo, and then hopefully the attainment of Arrow of Light. In Boy Scouts, we've also learned today that the rank of Tenderfoot, second class, first class, Star, Life, and then now the Eagle Scout. But I look around and I say, what is an Eagle Scout? What does it mean? Is it just a word? What is the purpose of the rank? Where will it lead you? Now those answers, I cannot give these 2 boys. Nor do many of us know where our future holds us. But I can tell you, being an Eagle Scout means a lot. I also can tell you the importance of it by looking back at our past. Over the history of time, there was at least 40 astronauts that were all Eagle Scouts. There's also 4 Nobel Prize award recipients that were known to be Eagle Scouts. There's many noticeable businessmen that are out there that were also Eagle Scouts, led by Sam Walton, J.W. Marriott, and Michael Bloomberg. Also to let you know, many of you might not know this, that the 38th President of the United States, Gerald Ford, was also an Eagle Scout. So as you hear the future and the names of these individuals, I just ask the 2 of you to look forward at yourself to realize that you have the choice to become something notable like that or become who you want to be. Congratulations.
First off, with our honor guard about face, and with our honor guard return to post. At this point, would Danny Lampley and Chris Spinell come forward and describe the Eagle Scout project?
Of course, as luck would have it, I'd have to follow that, right? When we talk about the Eagle Scout project thoughts and requirements, I want to give you a little bit of what is required of these service projects that the Eagle Scout candidates have to choose. The Scout must plan, develop, and give leadership to a service project helpful to any religious institution, any school, or your community. But it cannot benefit scouting. It's not for scouting. The project proposed by the Scout must be approved by their own organization, by the organization benefiting from the effort, the Scout unit leader, the unit committee, and the council or district before beginning. You must use the Eagle Scout Service Project workbooks to let you know it's not just about the work that they do. There's a lot of paperwork and a lot of planning that goes into all this. There is a proposal that they have to fill out that has to be approved. Once that is approved, then they can start on their project. That has to be approved at the local level and with the committee. The Eagle Scout Service Project Plan is what they did. It's a total summary of everything that they did. All the planning, all the work, who did the work, how many hours that they did. And the final one is a report that they have to do, which is a summary of all that. So as you can see, it's not just about the work that they have to do. There's a lot of planning, and it all involves a lot of leadership because they're not to be doing the work all by themselves. They're supposed to be leading the Scouts as they do those. The service project plan is detailed, it is complete, and the report is the summary of all their activities. In addition to providing service and fulfilling the part of the Scout Oath to help others at all times, one of the primary purposes of the Eagle Scout Service Project is to learn leadership skills or to improve their leadership skills that they already have. Also related to this are important lessons in project management and taking responsibility for significant accomplishments. The chosen project must present an opportunity for that Scout to be involved in planning, development, and leadership. And in saying all that, when Chance thought about picking out a service project, he never wavered from something related to veterans. If you've been up here and you've looked at anything on his table over here, you see that he has a lot of displays of family members and other people that have been veterans in the service. He's been very astute to that. He and I have spent many years walking through cemeteries, identifying veteran markers and the time and branch of service in which they served. Because of this passion, his choice of a service project was going to be related to veterans. He finally came to choose a project of installing flag holders next to each veteran's marker in the Harrisburg Cemetery. That's a tube right there that was inserted in the ground to hold flags. And one of the reasons why he came up with this was because in the past they put flags on the veteran graves in the cemetery and the ground is hard. The flags have flat bottoms on the stakes. They're not pointed. And in trying to stick those in the ground, either the flags break or they get it down a little ways, and when the wind blows, it blows them over. So his project was to install flag holders at all the veteran markers. As you can see, the tools that we came up with were a stake that is used for concrete forms, and there's a clip in it to show the depth that it needs to be driven into the ground. And the clip is the top to be able to hold it whenever you peck it to try to pull it out. You can ask any of the scouts and Chris or anybody that worked on this. This was very labor intensive, putting these in. Was to drive them down into the ground, slide the tube down in the hole. Now, to let you know how big a problem that was, we were only allowed to work probably an hour to an hour and a half whenever we had a work session, because of the energy and the labor that was involved, and because of the temperature, because we either had to do it early in the morning or late in the afternoon. His project started on April the 15th, and he completed it September the 2nd. That's about 5 months. And in that 5 months, we had 22 work sessions, and it involved 164 hours of work. But whenever he got done, you could walk down through there and take a flag and drop a flag into the tube. You didn't have to try to force it. You didn't have to try to force the flag down into the ground, and it only went 4 inches down into the tube because we had drilled the tubes 4 inches down from the top and placed a screw in it. All those tubes were 12 inches long. The reason they were 12 inches long was to keep the freezing and thawing from pushing the tubes back up out of the ground and being hit by lawnmowers whenever the cemetery people were mowing. Therefore, we had to drive the stake down in the ground a good ways. And for smaller scouts, that became quite difficult. Now, to give you an idea, to finish off how big this project was, we found out that there are approximately 3,000 veterans in the Harrisburg Cemetery. We put in about 2,400 flag holders. And the reason that we didn't get 3,000 is a lot of them are not identified. We couldn't identify them. So 2,400 flag holders that we put in, and then we went down through there, and we had part of them in before Veterans Day, and because of that, the scouts were easy to find them, to walk down through there, because you could see the white sticking up about 3/4 of an inch where the veteran markers were, and just place the flags in. And therefore, the cemetery people really liked it because they could take, when they got ready to pick them up, they just slid right out of the tubes. Okay? I'm done.
Good job.
I have no idea how I'm supposed to follow that. My speech is not put together as much as that, and it's not as long. But just as important. I'm gonna go off script just a second. So Danny talked about his project, took about 6 months start to finish. I believe that is correct. Actually, I'm gonna take that back, that is not correct. Both, Chance started about December of 2023 and finished up in the fall of 2024. It's about 9 months is what he did, start to finish, from actually getting it approved from the local Boy Scouts, which would be me and the committee members, and to actually finishing up and being completely finished, it was the fall. So it is a lot of time and effort for his particular project. So Jordan's project, very similar. We actually started a little bit before Chance. We started, I believe, in September of 2023, and we finalized the last bat house right around September of 2024. So it took us right at a year to finish our project from absolute first start to the last box hanging up. So what his project is. So basically upon reviewing what seemed like hundreds of projects, literally hundreds of projects, go on the internet and type in Eagle Scout project and it's just pages and pages and pages. We put a few of those were put aside for consideration. We spent some time talking about what each project would mean specifically to him. We also considered other scouts' involvement and hours required, as it was very important to Jordan to involve everyone. We agreed ultimately that building bat houses for the Harrisburg Park and a few other special places was the right choice. Bats are wonderful for the environment, and their purpose of eating thousands of bugs and mosquitoes nightly would benefit our area greatly, especially since they're in decline because of white nose disease. Unbeknownst to Jordan at the time, and probably even now, this project holds a special place in my heart. Jordan's grandfather, my dad, Michael Spinell, worked at the United States Forest Service here in Harrisburg as a wildlife biologist for over 3 decades. He worked and studied many animals and birds, but also studied bats as part of his job. He would go into caves and trap bats with nets to see what, if any, diseases they had. I'm very proud that Jordan chose to help out bats as part of his project, and in some ways to honor his grandfather. Countless hours, not really. We had to count every single one of them. Every last one of them. So when Danny says he put in over 180 hours, he knows he had to count every single last one of them. We're spent sourcing the materials and making a template, and then remaking the template. Once we were satisfied, Jordan and myself cut every single board together to prepare for the priming, assembling, and painting part of the project. We took 2 separate weekends were scheduled to prime, then assemble, and finally paint the bat houses. We had very good participation from scouts and parents both weekends despite the heat. Jordan appreciated all the hours put into assembly. Ultimately, we built over 30 bat houses. I'm gonna go off script one more time. So what Danny has in his hand is a bat house. If you go to the Harrisburg Park, there is approximately 20 of these hung by the lagoon. The reason, and every one of these will be hung on the south side of the tree. The bats will go into the houses during the day. They need sunlight to be absorbed by the houses. That's why they're colored brown. So we need to have the house warm. That's why it's on the south side of the tree and painted brown. Also, it's kind of hard to see from that angle, but there is 2 little spots for the bats to go into. They are only 3/4 of an inch wide, and the reason they're very small entrances, and that's all the way into the house, is so the bats, when they crawl up into there, they can wedge themselves in and not have to hold on for dear life, so they can sleep during the day. So right now, like I said, if you want to go to the Harrisburg Park and take a walk around the trail, you'll see all of these hanging up. So finally, we spent hours at the park picking out just the right trees that the boxes would be installed onto. You can walk around the park and see our hard work right now. All the boxes have been hung about 10 feet up in the trees. Again, most are located around the lagoon. Most of these were hung by Jordan and myself. However, we got a very special helper on the very last 4 boxes. Our fellow Eagle Scouter, Chance Lampley, helped us finish up the last couple. Also give a special thanks to Barnes Lumber for donating all of the materials and supplies, and Edward Jones, Jessica Cox's office, for donating all the lumber. Again, Jordan appreciates everyone's hard work to make this dream become a reality. Without your help, this could not have been done. This project, from start to finish, took us just over 181 hours.
Webster's Dictionary describes an eagle as a large bird of prey with sharp vision and powerful wings famous for their strength, size, grace, and keen vision. The bald eagle is this nation's national emblem. Though the eagle is found throughout the world, it is never found in abundance. He is always rare, and he is always a superb specimen. In scouting, the eagle stands for strength of character. The eagle stands for knowledge of all phases of scouting. The eagle represents an understanding of community and nation and a deep respect for the same. The eagle is a symbol of what a young man has done, as well as what a young man will do and will be when he grows to manhood. The eagle is a leader. The eagle is respected both by his peers and his adult leaders. Eagle Scout candidates, please rise. I would like to call upon Preston Sweet to give the Eagle Scout charge and challenge to these scouts.
All right, guys. So when Lord Baden Powell started this over 100 years ago, he was taking city boys out into the wilderness and teaching them trail markers and secret codes and things you can look on the tree, things you can see in the tree, and we continue that tradition today with our uniforms. We all know secret codes. Our oath and our law have secrets in them. All of our patches, everything has a hidden meaning. And with that, in the hidden meaning, I'd like to give you the Eagle Charge, which you can see the Eagle Charge in the medal in the patch you're about to receive tonight. So the very first charge of the Eagle is honor. And we say that every week with saying trustworthy. And if you learn to be trustworthy, you gain your honor. To an Eagle Scout, the honor is the foundation of everything we do as scouts, as leaders, and as Eagles. We know the scout is trustworthy. It's the very first point, and that's the reason why it's the very first point. Not only will you learn to be honorable, you have learned to be honorable. And that is the reason why that symbol is white. And on your ribbon, on your patch, you'll see the white ribbon. That's your honor. The second charge of the scout is loyalty. We're true to our family, we're true to our leaders, our friends, our school, our church, our nation. Their loyalty to their troop and their fellow scouts make them pitch in and carry their weight, and oftentimes more than their own weight. For that reason, on the ribbon and on the patch, that symbol, that color is blue. All these help to build the loyalty and the devotion to our community and our church and our own ideals. The third charge of the Eagle Scout is to be courageous. And with the Scout Law, we say brave. When we learn to be brave, we learn to be courageous. Courage has always been a quality which sets apart the Scouts from everyone else. To a Scout, bravery means not only the courage to face physical danger, but the determination to stand up for right, even when you're the only one standing. Trusting in God, having faith, fellowship, and we look forward to each day and seeking to share our worldview, what we know is right. On the medal, on the patch, that is the red for the bravery. The last charge that we'd like to offer you is the reminder to always have a smile, to always be cheerful. Scout Law says cheerful. On the medal, it's the top of it with the ribbon, and it looks like a smile. That was something that Baden Powell included originally in the second class rank. It's also the reminder underneath the smile is the knot that hangs. And we learned in first class, that's the reminder to do a good turn daily and to do it happily and without any kind of begrudgingness. We're happy to do a service to everyone. Part of that also falls on the eagle itself that hangs from the ribbon. And it's the first time we see with any of our secret symbols that the eagle stands by itself. The eagle spreads its wings to protect those that are younger than us, those that need our service. We don't have the scouts behind us anymore. You stand alone without the scouts backing you up. You don't need us anymore. You guys are Eagle Scouts. Once an eagle, always an eagle. So this is the Eagle Path, not the Trail of the Eagle. We, all of us here, we expect you, this isn't the end of it. The path keeps going. As an Eagle Scout, you are now a leader to all the other scouts underneath the tree. You've already become an example to your community. You're certainly an example to these young people. Remember that your actions are now, we see them a lot more, they see them a lot more, and your community sees them a lot more. And we expect more of you guys. We all want to welcome to the work. We're all very proud of you, all of us that have done it before, all of us that have sat next to you and helped you with this project. I challenge you to enter this brotherhood, and without reservation, your honor and service. And I want to ask you to do the Scout Promise. And anybody else, once an Eagle, always an Eagle. So if you've earned your Eagle Scout, would you please stand, even if you're not in uniform? And all of you, Scout sign, please. And repeat after me. I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example. My rank and my influence count strongly. For better scouting and for better citizenship. In my troop and in my community. And in my contacts with other people. To this I pledge my sacred honor. Congratulations, General.
Would the parents of our Eagle Scout candidates please stand behind their sons? And will Chris Bunnell, Scoutmaster of Troop 7023, please come up and present our new Eagles with their medals. Would Travis Denio please come up and present our new Eagles with their patches? Will Rachel Willis please come up and present our new Eagles with their neckerchiefs? I'm going to be Rachel.
Twist it.
Will Sarah Danielle please give our new Eagles their mother's pins, and then will our new Eagles present those pins to their mothers? Will Jeff Roberts please come forward and give our new Eagles their father's pins, and then will our new Eagles present those pins to their fathers. The parents of the new Eagle Scouts may be seated. Now we have a special word from our mayor, John McPeak.
Ladies and gentlemen and Scouts, tonight we gather to celebrate a remarkable achievement, the conferral of the Eagle Scout rank upon Chance Lampley and Jordan Spinell. This honor is not easily earned. It represents years of dedication and a steadfast commitment to the values in the Scout oath and law. Chance and Jordan's journey to Eagle Scouts has been marked by numerous accomplishments. In attaining this rank, Chance and Jordan joined the esteemed ranks of Eagle Scouts who have gone on to become leaders in various fields. This achievement is a testament to their character and service as it is an inspiration to us all. On behalf of the city of Harrisburg, we congratulate Chance and Jordan. May this milestone be the foundation for continued success and serve to others. Thank you.
Thank you. We now turn to our special awards. with Danny Lampley and Chris Spinell.
Honor Guard, please come forward to present the special award to our Eagle Scouts. Jordan and Chance, we present you with your Henry Big Boy Eagle Scout Centennial Tribute Edition 44 mag rifles. Honor Guard, about face. Honor Guard, return to post.
Now our lovely mothers would like to come and say a few words.
I have a poem to read. It's called The Boy Scout's Mother Asked by Darnell Daly Jr. Where has my little boy gone? The Cub Scout's mother asked. He went by here a while ago. Did you not see him pass? He gone to be a tiger cub, and then a wolf was he. He learned to carve the pine wood car and sing the songs of glee. And after he was a bear, and then a wee blow scout, he learned the Boy Scout oath and law, and fun in full amount. Crossed over to be a Boy Scout, and shown what kindness meant. His best is what he'd have to be, wherever he went. Where has my baby boy gone? The Boy Scout's mother asked. He went by here a while ago. Did you not see him pass? To hike the trails and pitch a tent, to swim the lakes and streams, to kindle a fire under the stars. These were his everyday dreams. Down the long trail to Eagle, he smilingly went his way. The many adventures that he had shaped the man we see today. Learned to be a citizen, a helping hand to lend. He learned what cheerful service means and how to be a friend. Where has my baby boy gone? The Boy Scout's mother asked. He went to be a Boy Scout and he grew to be a man.
All right. I don't have a poem. I'm just gonna read if I can hear it. If I got. Okay. I want to say how proud I am of you and Jordan this year. Okay. Scouting has taught you both about leadership. Okay, leadership, understanding, organization, communication, and respect. I am confident that you both will have a very successful future. I ask that the Scout Oath and the Scout Law is your guide for tomorrow and your onward future. As Susie and I stand here tonight, we want you boys to know, as you go forward in life, receiving other honors and awards, always remember the night you became an official Eagle Scout. You both deserve much credit for having achieved scouting the highest award and as the Eagle Scout. Thank you, Jordan and Chance, for the privilege of watching you grow into an Eagle Scout together. Scouting has a greater tie between sons and parents, but we have also had a privilege of finding even more closer together with the Lampleys, with the Roberts, with Sneeds, with the Sullivans, with the Sweets. I can keep going, but Willis's and the Graves and the Milligans and the Hales. It takes a village, guys, and you did it. We have more to come, and we're proud of you guys.
What is written here is that we're going to show this video so I can catch my breath, but I really have to recover after Laura makes all of us cry. No, thanks, Laura. Yeah, we have a video of Chance and Jordan from young Cub Scouts through their journey to Eagle Scouts. We also have lots of pictures from their 2024 high adventure trip to Boundary Waters. And so please enjoy the ride. I know they did. You know, they Now on to the moment we've all been waiting for all night. We are here. We're here for Jordan and Chance, and we get to hear from Jordan and Chance on their special journey in scouting. So if you guys would come forth. We all welcome Chance first and then Jordan.
Well, I guess you could say 84 beauty. Well, first of all, good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for taking the time out of your day to come to my court of honor. I want to extend a special thank you to Mayor McPeak for being here this evening. It is such an honor for me to receive my Eagle Scout Award after 8 years of scouting, and for all of you to be here to celebrate with me. The BSA was created with the goal of promoting character, citizenship, and fitness among young people. Early on, the organization adopted Baden Powell's principles, including Scout Oath and Law, which focus on duty to God and country, helping others, and living a morally straight life. My scouting experience began as a second grader, as I remember my mom suggested quite strongly that I was going to join the Cub Scouts. My first rank as a Cub Scout was that of Wolf. This was a family experience as we all attended the meetings, hikes, and campouts. What I remember most about the campouts and campfires, one activity that we participated in every year was the Pinewood Derby. The races were competitive, stressful, and always exciting. What I enjoyed most about the Derby was designing the cars. One of my best designs won Best of Show one year. Another activity that I enjoyed was when we sang the Moose song with Chris leading us with his very, very talented voice. The highest award that I received as a Cub Scout was that of Arrow of Light, meaning that you have now graduated from Cub Scouts to Boy Scouts. Going from Cub Scouts to Boy Scouts meant going from being the older boys in the Cub Scouts to being the youngest boys in the Boy Scouts. Our biggest task now, and problem now, was that of sitting in meetings and listening and paying attention. I have a lot of problems with that. The biggest change from Cub Scouts to Boy Scouts was that in Cub Scouts, the adults decided all the activities. This is, however, different in Boy Scouts. because the scouts themselves would decide where to hike, where to camp, and what we would fix to eat. As time passed, I worked to move up in rank from scout to tenderfoot to second class to first class to Star Scout, Life Scout, and now Eagle Scout. During these times, I have held different leadership positions such as chaplain's aide, outdoor ethics guide, assistant patrol leader, and now senior patrol leader. Jordan and I attended National Youth Leadership Training, or the words, NYLT. We trained together. We chose to attend the pack and paddle side, which is harder, side of the training. It was a performance-based achievement program that requires scouts to demonstrate leadership, service, and outdoor skills. In this week-long training, we learned to set a personal vision, establish goals, and lead others and ourselves, while also picking up wilderness survival skills while we were backpacking, camping, and sometimes canoeing to different locations. It would be impossible for me to list all the locations that we've hiked and sometimes camped here in Southern Illinois. Just to name a few: Glen L. Jones, Rim Rock, Secret Canyon, and my personal favorite, Bell Smith Springs. Some of the summer camps were S4F, Famous Eagle, Camp Crooked Creek, and Aqua Leaves. A couple of high adventure activities I participated in were whitewater rafting in the Coe River in Tennessee and Boundary Waters in Minnesota. As you can see, our Scoutmasters have us involved in very many wonderful activities. My two most enjoyable merit badges were sailboating and motorboating because I do enjoy being out on the water. The two most difficult merit badges were that of citizenship in the world and citizenship in the nation, both because of the amount of paperwork and hours. Scouting taught me how to be an effective team member by contributing to the success of my patrol and taking on leadership responsibilities. I would like to give a quote from Tom Brady. To be successful at anything, the truth is you don't have to be special. You just have to be what most people aren't. Determined and willing to work for it. Earning the rank of Eagle was not just a personal achievement. It represents my commitment to service and leadership. The skills and values I've gained through scouting will guide me in all my future adventures. This achievement would not have been possible without adult scout leaders. I will now listen. My dad, old man as I call him, was always the one that made sure I stayed with scouting. He's always had faith in my ability to succeed, even when I did not. Mom, if not for your vision, I would have never been in scouting. Your belief that scouting would be a great program for my development is the very reason I am here today. Laura, my second mom in Cub Scouts and my mom's partner in crime, as you two, as Cub Scout leaders, always seem to have more fun at the meetings than the Scouts themselves. Travis, as my first Scoutmaster, I thank you for your patience and help in my first couple of years in Scouts, as I was not always listening and quiet during the meetings and campouts, but you always had time to help guide me with beginning camping skills. And last but not least, Chris Fennell. As my second dad, you have always pushed me, most times more than I wanted, but always with patience and determination that I was going to achieve the rank of Eagle. I know we kid back and forth a lot, but you are a very special person to me, and you always have time for me. To my best friend, Jordan, thanks for making this journey with me, shoulder to shoulder, on many hikes, campouts, and merit badges. We have both grown together in size, maturity, and character. Through scouting, as our ranks have increased to our goal that we celebrate today, I am honored to have reached this Eagle Scout rank with you. Thank you for being next to me. I will go off script. I have played football, band, and scouts with him. I know him very well. Done scouts for 8 years for him. With him very well. Mentor. And finally, are my thoughts about a mentor. I've been blessed with a couple of great mentors, but my greatest mentor is my father. Oh. You have been more than just a father to me. You are a rock. You are my rock. You have stressed to me the importance of responsibility, integrity, and caring for others, always trying to do my best. These are qualities that were stressed to you, and many of my relatives while serving in the military. You have never expected or wanted recognition for your service to our beautiful country. My Eagle Scout project was chosen to honor you and all those that have served. The qualities of responsibility, integrity, and caring for others will always strive to do my best or helping to shape my character. Thank you for always believing in me, supporting my journeys, and pushing me to reach my full potential. I am grateful to have you as my father and mentor. Before you come up, I do have a few names I would like to list. David D. Griffiths, Spanish-American War. Carl David Griffiths, Korea. David Brian Griffiths, Iraq. Gerald Evan Lampley, World War II. Daniel K. Lampley, Vietnam. Edward Lee Borders, Korea. Now you might not know those names, but they have a very special place in my heart. They are men that have either died for this country or have served this beautiful country.
Okay, first, I think we should just give another applause to Chance. Okay. Thank you everyone for being here today and being part of my scouting adventure, especially to everyone who traveled here and Mayor John McPeak. In Cub Scouts, I started as a Tiger Scout in the first grade, and it was super fun. I ranked up to a wolf and we started doing more hikes and campouts. We would often meet at the school where we would also do fun things, like making towers with red solo cups. Then when I was a bear in third grade, we did a lot more camping. One campout I really remember was at Pine Ridge. I got to swim, fish, and many other things. It was super fun. Then I moved up to Weeblos. We camped out at Swift Adventure Base, where we did all types of fun things. We got to go on a rock formation, Castle Rock, and got to explore it. We then got to go to their famous water park, Hugs Cove, which was very fun. And if you guys do not know about Hugs Cove, you have to go there. Like, it is so fun. Ask Chance. Then I ranked up to an AOL in the 5th grade. As an AOL, I went to tons of campouts and scout camps. My favorite camp was called Beaumont in Missouri, where we got to explore a pirate ship, and we got to climb rock walls. We also got to go caving. And in the middle of the night, we had to sleep in the basement of the mess hall because of tornado warnings all throughout the night. Then shortly after that, I earned the highest rank in Cub Scouts, the Arrow of Light. And then in Boy Scouts. Whenever I first joined Boy Scouts, I would just listen in the meetings and voice my opinions. Since then, I've held multiple positions and am currently the Assistant Senior Patrol Leader and help lead the meetings with my friend, Chance. I also got to hand out rank advancements, awards, and merit badges at Court of Honors. We ultimately decide where we are going to do our next adventures. I started out as a webmaster, where I would post pictures on Facebook. Then I became a patrol leader, where I would lead my patrol, and also I gained a lot more leadership. Then I became a troop guide, which I would talk every meeting about something new that my fellow scouts need to do to rank up. Then I became the Assistant Senior Patrol Leader, where I would lead and help with the meetings. My two favorite summer camps have to be SBRF and Camp Crooked Creek. SBRF, they had a big chessboard, a water park, and they had many free days of swimming. Also, they had a gaga pit and a big field to play football. We went to this summer camp my first 2 years of Boy Scouts, and I have lots of memories there. Dad also found a mountain to hike on our day off. We had to ascend 1,000 feet up a waterfall in the Ozark Mountains. Exhausted, but tons of fun. Camp Crooked Creek. It had good food, swim days. It also had the banana boat, which you could ride, which was very fun. Also, they had Andiani bikes to sleep in instead of tents. All my merit badges were on the water, kayaking, sailboating, and motorboating. All afternoon, all the older scouts participated in a challenging outdoor personal experience, which is called COPE. It was both mentally and physically challenging, but also very fun. My two favorite high adventure trips were Boundary Waters Canoeing Area in Minnesota and Aqua Basin, Kentucky. In the Boundary Waters, we swam, portaged, fished, and roughed it for 5 days in the backcountry. I caught the biggest pike in both crews. It was 27 inches, and it also caught the most fish. For those that have never been there, the Boundary Waters is a 1 million square acre wilderness area in the northern Minnesota, with another 1 million square acres in Canada called Quetico, that you can only take personal watercraft, canoes, and kayaks. My other favorite high adventure was sailboating on Kentucky Lake. It was super fun. We got to go swimming, explore hidden coves, and we had to conquer storms for 5 days. We even had to dodge barges. Our 4-person sailboat had no toilets, and best of all, no adults. Also, this is off script, but at the last day, our motor fell off our sailboat.
Oh, gosh.
So if you want to hear that story, it's not one entire different day. It's too long to tell. One of my funnest merit badges was chess. I got to play my favorite games and, of course, beat my dad. I also got to play a lot with all my friends. Also, they had a giant-sized chessboard, which made it 10 times better and more enjoyable. Another one I really liked was shotgun shooting. We got to shoot clay pigeons all day, and it was super fun. We got to shoot them in the air, and we even got to learn all about the gun and how it was made and who makes them, what brand, that kind of stuff. Another one I really like, oh my gosh. Other notable badges that I earned were kayaking, horsemanship, wilderness survival, climbing/rappelling, canoeing, sailboating, motorboating, swimming, fishing, game design, welding, blacksmithing, and electronics. Some of my hardest merit badges would have to be citizenship in the community and citizenship in the nation. These ones were hard because they were just very boring. They were super long. Since it was so boring, it got really hard to pay attention. Although boring, they are important merit badges to earn. The one scout that was alongside me the whole entire way from Cub Scouts to Boy Scouts is also the person who's an Eagle Scout with me today, Mr. Chance Lampley. We got all of our ranks together. We have also done most of all the events and all the campouts and all the hikes together. He has attended every summer camp from Cub Scout to Boy Scout, National Youth Leadership, sailboating, whitewater rafting, a 30-mile overnight canoeing trip, which we had to get him to do. We did not want to do that. On the Current River, Boundary Waters, overnight caving, City Museum in St. Louis, Turkey Run State Park, and that's just to name a few. Scouts have changed me a lot. First, I try every day to do a good turn. I also try really hard to follow the Scout oath and law, even though sometimes it can be hard. But I do my best every day. It made me an overall better person. Whoa. I get to another page. I think my future would look like me in my scouting career by going on more high adventure events. Also, I would like to become a leader and maybe start staffing. Then I would like to go to college and get my degree. I would also like to go travel more to do more scouting events in different countries. I would also try to stay in the BSA however I can. Some of the leaders I look up to are Laura, Christopher, Travis, Preston, Kent, Jeff, and Danny. They have all helped out in the ways they can by providing help to new scouts or by giving us advice or by giving us ideas for hikes and campouts. They even often join us whenever we go on high adventure trips, help out, or be our second parents. Again, thank you everyone for attending today and all of my leaders, fellow scouts, and family for all your support and leadership.
Now.
you taught me in the BSA. The knowledge and wisdom you have imparted upon me has great success. Now let's get started with my mentor, acknowledgement. You have always helped me with anything needing help. You've helped me learn how to fillet a fish, and also to fillet a fish, gotta catch a fish. Or when you wanted to bang your head, wait, hold on. Okay. Or whenever you wanted to bang your head on the wall, trying to teach me how to tie knots from the Boy Scouts, you will all be glad to know I know now my knots. Having men's basketball to play on Sunday night at the church gym. It has such a joy to watch you bang three-pointers like it was nothing, or when you turn and do a step back two-pointer on his defenders. And everyone knows when he does these, it will always go in. I always see him at church every Sunday morning, whether it's him sitting back and singing and paying attention to the sermon, or it's him helping out in children ministry. We love to have game nights with all of our friends. We love to play many games, but whenever you can beat him, those are the best games. We have a rivalry in a war game called Memorial 44. I have never lost to him, even though there have been some close games. We love to play video games together, mostly Madden. When we play, he normally beats me, but every now and then I get the upper hand and win. But not one game has not been close or not fun. You have taught me and helped me grow in everything we do together. Either it's when we play football or whenever we go fishing or anything else. We both love to go fishing off the dock or while kayaking. Whenever we go fishing off the dock, we normally catch small bass. But whenever we go kayak fishing, we catch monsters, and a lot in a short period of time. I just want to express my deepest gratitude for you believing in me. You have been an excellent friend, teacher, mentor, and the greatest inspiration for me. He has also said that great things are never easy to achieve while we were at the boundary runners. You have inspired me to pursue my goals with hard work and dedication. You have also shown me the value of honesty, sincerity, and trust in the BSA all my life. Dad, I will be thankful that I have had a father so kind, so true. I never had to search for a better hero or mentor, because you have been there right in front of me my whole life. Love you, Dad. Thank you once again for your time, support, and patience.
Yeah. For those of you who have never been to a troop meeting, it's always ended with a special word called the Scoutmaster Minute. It must mean that we're almost done with our Court of Honor. Tonight, we are blessed to have yet another insightful minute. I did not write these words. From our Scoutmaster.
It's true, though. It's very true. You should all be blessed. I know the scouts every week, they only come to our scout meetings to hear the Scoutmaster Minute. That's at least what I've been told. So, tonight we spoke of favorite memories of our 2 new Eagle Scouts and the honors of the evening. What about the future? Tomorrow morning you'll each wake up a little tired, very happy, and an Eagle Scout. 10 years from now you'll wake up each morning an Eagle Scout. Every day for the rest of your lives you'll wake up an Eagle Scout. That's the good news. The bad news. Every morning, for the rest of your lives, you'll wake up as an Eagle Scout. You'll see it's both an honor and an obligation. You'll get different reactions from people you meet. Some will find out you're an Eagle and say, "It figures." Others will find out you're an Eagle and make things a bit easy for you just because you've been tested. Others will make things harder for you just because you're an Eagle. Again, you might not notice because you can handle the challenges. You're an Eagle. Often, however, in a room full of people, no one will know that you're an Eagle Scout except for you, and that's okay too. What's an Eagle worth? To the BSA, about $150. That's the cost of that award kit we just gave out. To the military, about $2,900 a year. That's the difference between an E1 rank, where everyone enters the military, and an E2 rank, where the Eagle Scout enters the military. To former Scouts, especially former Life Scouts, the Eagle is invaluable. Who were once close to the rank, but now can never achieve it. To most other people you meet, the value of an Eagle is the value they place on you and your friendship. So you tell me what it's worth. In closing, I take my words from 3 different sources. The first is from Anonymous, who seems to have written quite a bit. Remember, eagles may soar, but weasels don't get sucked into jet engines. Be careful out there. I'm also sorry to the guys, the Scouts at the back that stand the entire time. You guys are awesome back there, by the way. Awesome. Second is from the famous author Theodore Giselle, who we also know as Dr. Seuss. For time considerations, I'll abbreviate. This is your day, so be on your way. Go climb your mountain, we'll be there. And finally, I turn to the sage advice of the 23rd century philosopher, Mr. Spock, who said, "Live long and prosper." Jordan and Chance, congratulations. Live long and prosper. Honor Guard and Color Guard, please form at the back of the room.
First, I'd like to make an announcement that we're having a reception immediately following this flag retirement tonight. We'll have cake and ice cream and other goodies. To everyone involved in this event, especially Jordan and Chance, I would like to say thank you for being a part of their life and their scouting career. At this time, I would like Madeline to come forward, even though she probably walked all the way back there, which makes sense because somebody told her to go all the way back there. We're going to pray, or she's going to lead us in prayer.
I would like to ask everybody to bow their heads. Dear Lord, I ask that these Eagle Scouts live on to do great things and prosper throughout their lives. Lord, I ask that you keep them safe and in your loving arms, and that you bless these wonderful individuals with a wonderful life. We all ask this in your name. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Now I'd like Journey to come forward.
Attention. Audience, please rise. On the honor forward march. Color our halt. Color our repeat colors. Audience, salute. Color our about face. Color our forward march. Color our vault. 2. Audience, you may be seated. Color our guard
We'd like for everyone to stay in fellowship with us and congratulate Warden Chance. And now I declare the Eagle Court of Honor concluded.
Last but not least, I would like the scouts to go first and have some refreshments, and then everybody else follow behind them, please.
That was good. Wow, there's a sleeve. At the end. It's not right there. There he is.
No, I did.
You just did it like it didn't come out. You were just reading it, but when it came out, you're like, what the heck?
It's very fitting.
Everybody's Our lumbers of life. You got a sawmill here? I'll let them know. I would like love it, yes.
Involve everyone. That definitely did. Appreciate everything.